Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tony the Mole Adams YouTube channel. Slow down, Steve. There's too much happening. Super League kicking off this weekend, and the trip to Vegas is now a matter of days away, and I need to slow down. Slow down. Tony, how are you? You getting excited?
I am. I leave for Vegas Saturday week, and I just found out I'm on the same plane as the Gillaroos, Steve. I had a chat with the lovely Yasmin Clydesdale, and we worked out we're on the same plane. So there you go. Small world.
Awesome. Should be a great trip, Tony. I'm actually going on Monday to New York, and myself and the wife are driving, going on a road trip, Route 66. I think it'd be good to, I don't know, I'm going to get away from driving up north all the time by driving across America. I don't know. I don't know if it's
Yes.
much of an I don't know if it's much of an escape. But anyway, so Tony, without further ado, no interviews this week. Let's just get this show on the road. Joey Manu, big news.
Yeah, that's right. The word is what he's telling his mates is that he's not really happy over in Japan. Apart from anything, his team has won one game out of eight, and are really struggling. He's not getting much clean football as you would expect when you're getting flogged every week. And he's having problems with the language, with the food, with the culture. He sort of took this money as, I mean, people were saying it's a life experience, but let's be honest, it's probably more about the money. But the good news is that he's got a 1 year deal with an option his way for the second year. His deal ends in May. And of course, the cutoff for the NRL this season is not till June 30. And it's a given that if he does come back to the NRL, it'll be at the Roosters. And the Roosters have left a spot open for him. And by that stage, they might need him.
Okay, and another chip off the old block. The son of a famous man, Craig Field's son, has played for the Newtown Jets.
Yeah, that's right. He made his debut for the Jets in New South Wales Cup on the weekend. Jack Field at halfback, would you believe? Same position his dad was in. I spoke to Craig the other day. He's very proud of how he went. They played the Penrith Panthers, no less. So they didn't win, but I think they lost the trial 8 tries to 5. And speaking to some people at the Jets, they all report he had a good game, Jack Field. So, and of course, they're the feeder club for Cronulla. So who knows what could happen down the track.
Now, one of my other gigs, rugbyleague.com, we had the preseason radio rights at the weekend, and we have again this weekend. So have a listen to rugbyleague.com, it's a radio station. But Jayden Berrell was a fella from the Cronulla Sharks who played at the weekend and was called by the great Costo and also Nicholas Cunyac and Matty Mears. And he is in demand, Jayden Berrell.
Yeah, that's right. And he's a great story. He's 29 years old. He finally made his NRL debut last year at the age of 28. He's from Runaway Bay in Queensland. He's got Blake Brayley ahead of him at the Sharks, coming off contract at the end of the year. And the sort of player could pick up a gig somewhere because there's a few clubs struggling for decent hookers. So yeah, I think he's in a pretty good bargaining position, Jason Berrell, if he can continue the form he showed the other night. He looked very, very good, very sharp with the ball, and good little turn of pace for a hooker.
And finally, Tony, the club that was offered a chance to go to Allegiant Stadium but turned it down.
Yeah, and it's sort of the Wayne Bennett factor. The Dolphins were offered a trip to Vegas, and I bet the players wanted to go, but the club decided with Bennett leaving, it's a massive year for Christian Wolf. He's got obviously the biggest shoes in the game to fill. They thought they'd start in what should we say, a regulation manner rather than on this jaunt over to Vegas, which does take a lot out of teams, Steve. And you look back 12 months, the two teams that won in Vegas went on to have pretty good seasons. The two teams that lost had horror years. So I don't know if that trend will continue, but it's a bit of a worry. It's certainly a long drive home, shall we say, if you lose.
Certainly, it certainly is. Now, this episode is brought to you by haroldhoarder.us. That's Harold Hoarder, Hoarder. And we have invented, Tony and I, the Uber of rugby league merch. We will bring your swag to you in Las Vegas. I'll have a beer with you. Tony won't. He's teetotal. We'll have a coffee. There we go.
And this is what you can get. A Panthers shirt, a Raiders shirt, a Shark shirt, or a Warriors shirt. We'll have plenty of them, so as well as Steve's merch. So look out for us.
So yeah, so go to haroldhorder.us and fill out the form. There's like a contact form, and you can request stuff. If there's something, if you're in Australia and you want something bought from England, or if you're in England and you want something bought from Australia, send us a message and we'll come and find you wherever you are in Vegas and we'll deliver